8:09 coming up on 8:10. We've got two very special guests in studio. One you might already be familiar with, Nikki Miller from Academy Swim. Good morning, Nikki. How are you?
Good morning, Tori. I'm great.
Yeah, you look great. You're, big smile. Love it when you come to studio. You brought Helen Ramos, who is your camp director at Academy Swim. Yes. Good morning and welcome to you, Helen.
Good morning and thank you so much.
I'm glad you're here because Helen and I Nikki and I have talked about this so much. What you guys do is so important.
I know.
It's so important.
Keeps us going past retirement.
And it needs to be, if I could, I would shout it from the rooftops. And I just might, if I get the courage to climb up to the rooftop. It's all about safety, pool safety, learning to swim, learning to float, learning just to be in the water, learning that, something we've talked about so much, Nikki, is, accidents happen. And most of the time when accidents happen with children especially, they're in clothes, and clothes just weigh you right down.
They do, and they don't go down screaming. They fall in very often with just a little blip, so it's pretty silent. So people don't hear. It's
not a big splash.
With them screaming for help.
Right.
They're just underwater, just kind of waiting for somebody to get them. They're not kicking. They're not struggling. They're just waiting.
But if they know how to make it to the top and they know how to float, they know how to do some stuff, it makes all the difference in the world. So
because once they float, then they do start crying and screaming.
And you can hear them, they're above water, obviously. So, and now here we are, an excessive heat warning. Everybody's going to be flocking to public pools and their own pools just in their own backyard. This is an amazing thing, Helen, that you're doing. You are the camp director. You're doing a whole program this summer for children. Please tell us a little bit about the summer camp and what it's all about and ages and all that kind of stuff.
Sure. Excuse me. We're really excited to be launching the program this summer. We put it together a little bit late in the year, so we weren't even ready to announce it until last March. Our school ages are basically elementary school, from typically 5 to 11 or 12. And we are inside the new hall facility at the Academy Gym. And we have a day that's spread out with group activities, games, swimming. We do STEM activities, which are basically science, technology, engineering, and math. And we put together games that teach kids how those things are part of their everyday life, and they don't even know they're learning while we're doing it.
So, everyday life. Remember, Nikki, when we were in high school and we said, why are we taking algebra right now? Not only Algebra 1, but Algebra 2. Why are we doing this? So that's beautiful that you actually explain why this stuff is actually important in your life moving forward.
Right.
When you are working with kids, I imagine that some are like, let's jump in, let's go. And then you have some others who might be a little bit shy and
more reticent.
Yes. Sure. So how do you deal, especially if you have I don't want to say classes, it's a camp. It's more fun than class, right? How do you deal with all the different personalities and the shyness, and maybe some are scared, some are ready to let's play, let's go. Marco, Polo, let's do it, right? How do you do that?
We have an amazing staff. So our camp directors, they're young, but they're both very involved with teaching children, have a past in it. So between dance lessons, and one of them actually works for the school district and with special needs kids. So she's, with her experience, and our camp director as well, we have another third person who kind of overwatches. They all have experience with different kids. And so everybody's strength pulls in the different types of personalities. So we found, for instance, we had one child that was a little hesitant. So she became the one that was the helper. And that pulled her into the group and then got her involved again. So every kid's different, and they usually tend to pair up in friend groups. Mm-hmm. And they find a friend, and so far it's just, we've been so lucky, maybe. They just mesh really well, and we haven't had too many outlayers for more than a minute or two at a time.
It takes a village.
It does take a village.
It does.
It does.
And it's funny you ask that question because every week there's a new personality of kids and groups. And, it takes half a day for them to find their
the dynamic changes every
in the
week.
group. Yeah.
And what they're interested in doing and what they're not interested in doing. But again, the staff at the camp who's there every day, I put the program together, but they're the ones that run it. They're so good at just juggling things and, okay, this is not working, let's switch to this.
They're amazing.
It's like
They're amazing. And Helen's been amazing too with the things that she's put together. I'm so impressed by our camp and the program and just the activities. I feel like I want all my grandkids to go there for sure.
And they should and they will. I know I know that's going to be high on your list to make sure that everyone in your family can do this. And having a summer camp sometimes, you want to make it fun, but this is a really important camp. Mm-hmm. All camps. There's summer camps are supposed to be fun. You have theater camps and you have sports camps, and this is it covers a lot. There's a big umbrella where you want those kids to have fun, but you also want them to remember if they slip and fall or there's some kind of accident or whatever. What do you do? You don't want them to panic. You want them to be able to flip over and come up. It's so incredibly important. So to balance everything, you should be commended. You and your team, Helen, should be commended that you are working so well and you've got this completely under control. In the time we have left, I want to talk about how we sign up, how much it is, where do we go. Again, let's reiterate the age groups that you have. You mentioned where the camp was, but is it indoor or outdoor?
It's indoor in the Santa Clarita Athletic Club at Calgrove and the 5 freeway. It's a 63,000 square foot facility. So they come in, the first thing they do is go to the basketball court so they can do all the running they need to do to get their yayas out before they start. And then they go into
all the zoomies.
Yeah. And then they go into Toastmasters. And it's so great. Go ahead, Helen.
Nikki's just listen. Yeah. She is so proud, and she should be, because we've been talking about just Academy Swim for a very long time, and all the work that she has put into this, and to again bring it to a level of summer camp now. You should be proud.
I'm like excellence. I've been wanting to do camp for the longest time, but not just do camp. For bodies to be dropped off. I wanted a camp that was like above and beyond. And this is our, premier year and our launch year. So I'm so happy and impressed because she not only met my expectations, she exceeded them.
That's saying a lot. That's saying a lot, Helen, because Nikki she's a tough cookie. Okay. So that's saying a lot. So congratulations. Let's talk about the programs. Where do we go? How do we sign up? What do we do?
Probably the easiest way to sign up is on the Academy Swim Club website, which is swimforlife.com.
Swimforlife.com.
And it's swim for the number 4.
Number 4.
Thank you.
I will never forget that, Nikki. It's the number 4. Swim for Life. Okay.
And cost for camp is $349 for the week. Camp is from 8 o'clock to 3 o'clock every day. Mm-hmm. But watch out for our promotions and deals because especially if you have early signups, we offer discounts on that. And we still have openings for next week and the week after. So, and those are our last 2 weeks this summer. So we have, off the top of my head, I don't know what next Monday is, but there's 2 more Mondays in July in which we start a new program with some openings. So hopefully we'll completely fill up. So join us.
It's so important. The pricing for $349, that blew me away because any kind of camps are a little bit pricey. This is, like we said, it's so important. It is a combination of let's have fun, but in addition, let's learn, let's, survival, the whole bit. And this is something that kids can take with them the rest of their life. Once you learn how to swim, once you learn to come to the surface, once it just, I remember taking swim lessons and my world changed because I went underwater with, like, I wasn't worried anymore. I had my goggles and it was just, my life changed once you learn how to do it correctly. So this price is unbelievable. So thank you for doing that. And looking out for the community. That's an unbelievable price. Please get in on it. Go to Swim for Life. It's the number 4, swimforlife.com. Sign up, have the kids learn what they need to learn. We live in Southern California. We do not escape pools. Everybody has a pool. There are pool parties all the time. This is so important to do. Nikki, Helen, thank you so much for being here from Academy Swim. I wish you all the best. Thank you for excellence, Nikki.
Thank you for having us
in your business. We really, really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
The Hometown Morning Show.